It's the CC and JT Amata Hour where production values go to die. I did that by myself. You do it.
Production values go to die.
That's CC.
And that's JT.
And welcome to our very first video podcast. Woo for what'd you say it was? International Podcast Day?
It is. It's International Podcast Day.
So here you are, Farmer Bob, Farmer Liz. Okay.
You just gave away our secret identities.
Secret identities. We've had a day. So, wait a minute. It is Saturday, September 30th.
Yes,
2023.
Last day of September.
Last day of September. Tomorrow, federal fiscal year. Happy New Year.
If you're on that fiscal calendar.
Yeah, well, federal fiscal year. So,
right.
Yeah, so if only if you celebrate those kind of days.
Right.
So this is an experiment for us. We're giving this a
yes.
try. We're also going to be doing the oral podcast.
Yes.
And then we're going to be doing, of course, the video podcast. And we're just playing around with this because we really have no clue what we're doing.
Nope.
No. Amateur hour.
But you can see that we are both wearing our Cub shirts and our Cubs medals because we did the virtual Race to Wrigley 5K this morning. We also, it's like those old home movies. It's like, we did the Carson City Music and Murals or Murals and Music Festival and walked around Carson City looking at the new murals that were being painted. So if you look at my Instagram, you'll find a lot of pictures of our outing this morning.
Yep. So we did actually ended up close to walking more than actually 5 miles, but we recorded the 3.1, which is what you do for 5K.
Yes.
And so we got our medals that we will be putting in someplace later, but we're
along with all our other medals.
Of course, the Race for Wrigley helps Cubs charities, and we're not going to actually talk about the Cubs team themselves. Oh dear God, we're not going to talk about
Wait till next year.
Oh, okay. We're not going to talk about the Cubs.
No, wait till next year.
Wait till next year.
Wait
till next year. So we don't know if this is actually going to be our only podcast this week. We usually do the podcast on Sundays. Sunday. But we're doing it today because it is National Podcast Day. So we're
International Podcast Day.
Yep. So we decided to combine them both. And that's the theme for today. We combined our 3K with the mural walk. 5K. Sorry. Our 5K with the mural walk, and
and also we started a Conqueror Challenge, which is another virtual kind of a competition type thing with yourself, where we're walking Transylvania.
Yep. So if you go out to it's called something a little more formal than that.
It's the Conqueror Challenge.
Something like Conqueror's Challenge.
Yes, it's Conqueror Challenges.
Yeah, something like that. So. So we're doing the Conquerors Challenge together. We're on the same team Irish Coffee, as always.
Yes.
So today the theme is a lot of combination stuff going on. And so, by the way, if you're watching this over the video cast, welcome to our home. This is, as I said, is our first video cast.
Right.
What you're seeing is the north view of our dining room.
This is my reading nook back here.
Yep. And so what it is we usually do podcasts from the dining room table, which is
in front of us.
And so if you're looking again for production values or anything like that.
Nope. Our great light setup, we do have a ring light that we don't have turned on, but we're using our vintage overhead light with the dimmer. So I think the lighting is okay. But this is definitely, I feel a little bit like American Gothic. We need
I did notice that.
Pitchfork.
Yeah. We've got the mobility and fluidity of American Gothic, where we're just sort of both sitting here going, yeah. Well, that was our good, voguey
dance moment, dance breakdown.
Okay, so tomorrow is October. We mentioned that. So tomorrow is Preptober. Preptober.
Yes.
And we use October to prepare for
National
which
Novel
is
Writing Month.
What she said.
Right.
And so we'll be doing that. And I think I've pretty much decided that I'm going to write the third Maggie book or get the third Maggie book for my NaNoWriMo project.
Yes.
And what did you decide on yours?
I'm going to continue working on my current project. I think technically for November, it's supposed to be a new project, but I'm trying to complete a project. So I'm going to continue working on that.
Okay. So we've got some stuff working out.
Yep.
need to also clarify that in our previous podcast, this last weekend's podcast, you said you had a secret project.
Yes.
And that didn't work out.
Not one of them. I do have another secret project that probably will work out, and I may actually record that later today. It will be something going up on TikTok.
Okay.
So if you follow me on TikTok, we'll put links and things, but I'm going to give that a try for October to get us all into a spooky mood.
Okay, that sounds like fun, and of course it's the season for it.
'Tis the season for
and
spooky
it's the day
fun.
for it. We started this walk in partly cloudy today, and we got home just before the rain hit.
It was very dark over this year, and it was just very atmospheric. It's perfect for this time of year. The trees are turning colors, and a lot of people were out walking around having a look at the murals and just randomly wandering. It was a beautiful day out.
Yeah, all sorts of fun. Okay, actually, we don't really have a lot to talk about because we really, like I said, this is a test thing, and we really don't do our full podcast until, unless we have a cup of coffee in front of us, and we're
having some water today. You're having a soda, but
so we may do a podcast tomorrow. We may not. We may just let this go for now. But can you think of anything else we wanted to say real quick?
No, not unless you just want to ramble for a few minutes to keep testing things out, but I think we're probably good.
Yeah, I think we're probably good. So,
do you have any other projects planned for October? Because, you're always talking about how you have so much time on your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, today is your anniversary.
Yeah, today's the anniversary. September 30th. I retired from the state 1 year ago today.
Right.
It's been a very surreal kind of weird kind of year.
Yes.
I really can't look back at it and say that I accomplished anything other than I did nothing.
No, we went to France.
Well, we went to France, and then, of course, I did the road trip. I took the 2-week road trip to see my sister in Delaware, so that was,
Actually, you can chat about that for a second if you want to. Did you enjoy driving cross-country by yourself?
No. Some people, absolutely love that kind of stuff, driving all over the place. You know what it is? It's a terrific bore. When you're doing it by yourself, you don't have someone to share it with.
True.
Then, it's just a terrific bore. So that's my opinion. But saw some really neat stuff. Saw some really
Gettysburg.
Saw some really beautiful landscapes. Saw some, trampled on some old stomping grounds, for memories and things like that. Bellevue, Nebraska has changed so much since we lived there way, way, way back in the dark ages at the beginning of our marriage.
And none of the houses we lived in are
they're
standing
all gone
anymore. They're all gone.
They're all bulldozed and gone.
But that was 40 years ago.
Yeah, 40 years ago. So, wow.
But
that was a picker-upper.
But you did get to go see Gettysburg, and you saw the Chesapeake Bay, and
the Mississippi. Crossing the Mississippi, which is you always think that things are blown out of proportion, but that thing is really huge.
And it was something that we've done flying
by the air. We flew over, but to actually drive across is really cool.
Very different. So that's a little something to chat about.
Yeah, we could do that for the future.
So he didn't think he did anything this past year, but actually now that he's been reminded, you have done a few things. We've worked on the house. We've had to work on the house quite a bit. We've gone into that in great detail in previous podcasts.
This is true.
So, but our casa.
Okay.
We're not at all awkward here.
We're not. I just feel so much like American Gothic. It's like we're just sort of, that's us.
Well, and like the podcast, I think we were probably a little awkward when we first started doing it orally, verbally.
Yeah.
We'll get used to this and probably become a little bit more natural, maybe.
Yeah, we're definitely not.
Stand.
This current setup, I don't think it's going to survive. We're going to have to figure something else out.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to work.
We'll figure it out. You just don't like sitting side by side here? I can...
I saw that. All right. You know what? I think this is good. I think you're right. I think this is a good first test. We'll be back at another time, and hopefully we'll be a little bit more organized. This is going to be a growth experience, a teaching experience.
And we have to figure out, is this going on your channel, on your YouTube channel, where you've already been reading your books?
Yeah.
Or is it going to go on my YouTube channel? Or are we going to create a separate joint YouTube channel? So
we got things to figure out.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, hey, bad hair day. Yeah, thank you. All right. We're going to let you go because we've totally embarrassed ourselves enough as it is. So,
no, I think we're fine.
CC.
JT.
Y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll chat with you later. Bye-bye.
See you in October.